Please welcome Channique, Sterling Brown and Calum Lill. So good to see you both. Oh, this love, like, people love this love relationship. They love this, what was going on between you. And here we are. It's taken a dip, hasn't it?
It's a bit of a bump in the road for sure. A lot of lies came out, and it's a shame, but I think it's interesting to see them have the conflict, really. And I think, you know, if it's going too well on a soap, you kind of know something's coming, don't you?
Jules' argument is, I didn't lie, I just didn't tell you.
Yeah, I think he's made that mistake of, like, he's met this woman that he thinks is incredible, and then he's waited for the right moment, and then the right moment doesn't come, and then he's waited too long, and then all of a sudden he's just dug himself a huge hole.
Yeah, but Dee-Dee said, like, if you had told me, can you tell that I'm invested in this?
Yeah.
Said, if you had told me, I might have just given you the chance. Yeah. I actually do believe that would have happened.
I think so as well. I think, like, you know, trust is the foundation of any relationship, isn't it? And so I think when someone's been omitting the truth, if not lying, for so long, it's really hard for her to come back from, I think. So, yeah.
It's been a really incredible kind of time on Corrie for both of you, though, particularly with the family story as well, alongside for Dee-Dee, because obviously her dad, and you're tackling some really big issues that you feel quite a responsibility to portray in the right way.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm sure you must all feel that a little bit, because it's actually very moving to watch as well, and to see the stuff that goes on behind closed doors that some of us don't want to talk about.
Absolutely. I think with the gambling storyline, you know, a lot of people are affected by that, and the effects of a gambling addiction on a family is monumentous, and I do think it's treated differently to other addictions as well.
Did you have to do a lot of research then to submerge
and our research team spend a lot of time, you know, working with gambling charities and stuff, and obviously the support is out there. But yeah, I think especially for Dee-Dee as a character, I think this idea that she was away the first time they lost the house and et cetera, she had more sympathy for her dad in a way that other members of the family didn't. But it also kind of meant she was carrying quite a lot. And yeah, I think that's been, you know, a real turbulent thing to get to play it as a family has been really special. And all the Baileys are great, you know, I love getting to work with them, so yeah.
What's your relationship like off camera? Are you guys good friends?
Yeah, we all get on so well, don't we?
Yeah,
I'd love it if you said
well.
no.
We hate each other. No, especially though, like, coming into a show like Coronation Street, it's so daunting. So, you know, it's a place that I've known since I was a kid. I've never been there. All these people I've known since I was a kid, but I've never met them. So I really appreciated how, like, welcoming Channique was. She really took me under her wing, made me so comfortable, was so supportive, and answered any questions I had. You and my girlfriend get on, like, a little bit too well, like the gang.
There's a WhatsApp group, isn't there, amongst everyone? There's like a friendship WhatsApp group, which is very nice.
With me, my girlfriend Roberta, you...
My best friend, who I live with, and we call each other husband and wife. So basically we called it The Gals featuring Calum. It's just mostly I was taking the mick out of Calum, innit? Yeah.
All the time.
That's good.
Obviously, you're both playing a role, right? But I've heard sort of offline, or online, should we say, you get some negative comments about biracial relationship. How does that affect you? Because obviously you're playing a character, but it's a serious subject because this happens all the time. How have you dealt with that?
Yeah, I mean, I think for us, like, we live in Manchester, which is an amazing city. It's a diverse and brilliant city. And I think it's just so normal and natural anyway to see these different relationships. We're not the only interracial couple on the show anyway. And I always just find it so bizarre that people are like, that would never happen. And I'm like, Manchester is such a melting pot, do you know what I mean? And so I think for us, like, it's much more important to just focus on the work, focus on the people that we represent, because that's who's important. And I think actions speak so much, like, louder than anything the trolls have to say. So,
yeah. And Calum, what about you? Joining Corrie, has it been quite a life-changing role?
Oh, it's been incredible. Like, I feel like I've won the lottery a little bit.
Oh,
like,
really? Yeah. No, I get that, yeah.
It's amazing. Like, I still now have been there 6 months, and I'll be doing a shot on the cobbles, and the Rovers will be behind me. We'll finish, and I'll turn around and that's the Rovers.
It's so iconic, and I suppose it's quite surreal, isn't it, that you're there?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when I found out I had the job, like, I hadn't had an acting job for 2 years, and I was doing car sales, and I was rubbish at it, and I didn't like it. And then it was between, like, me and 5, and then me and 2, and the minutes were passing like so slowly, and then I got the call off my agent to say I got it, and like the biggest drama queen. I fell to my knees like, thank you so much.
Did you call the garage and be like, I've handed my notice?
Yeah. Well, I was in. So in my interview that was only like 2 months before, they saw that in my jobs, one of them was that I was in Hollywood for a bit, and he was like, so what are you going to do if Corrie call up and say they want you? I was like, what are you going to do if one of your members of staff wins the lottery? It's just not going to happen. So I had to call him and be like, do you remember my interview? You've just called. I start in 3 days.
That's hilarious. Oh, they must have been made up for you then.
No, they were.
On your first day, weren't you in work that morning?
Yeah, so my first day was a Tuesday. I had to do the paperwork of like the last car, and then walk for 10 minutes from the car sales place to the Corrie set, and then go straight into costume, and then I felt like Pretty Woman.
Just a movie scene and
So much.
Well, we have loved seeing you both. We love seeing the relationship develop. I know it's not finished, so anyway, we will look forward to seeing what's happened. It's great to see you both, ladies and gentlemen. Channique.
Thank you.